Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading will be a general reading for all of the astrological signs for the month of April 2018. I'll be doing a 10-card Celtic cross spread for the reading, and we'll pull 3 oracle cards, right, to just give some added messages and guidance to go along with the spread, the tarot spread. For the main spread, I will be using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck. If I need to pull clarifiers, I'll use the pocket edition of the Klimt Tarot. And then the 3 oracle card decks. I have the Ask Your Guides deck by Sonia Choquette, the Sacred Traveler by Denise Lynn, and Whispers of Love by Angela Hartfield. Okay. Just a quick reminder, I will be putting out on the 31st of this month, we have our second full moon of the month, which is the blue moon, right? So I'll be putting out a special full moon spread for that, as well as the second tarot reading giveaway for the month of March. So be looking out for those 2 special videos. They'll be coming out within the next couple of days, okay? And again, just remember that these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. If you would like to have a more personalized reading focusing on you, what's going on specifically in your life right now, you'd need to get a private reading from me. If you're interested, you could take a look at my site, changingphasestarot.weebly.com. There you'll find pricing as well as the types of videos that I offer. Or you could email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com. I would also encourage you to watch not just your sun sign reading, but also your moon and your rising sign videos. Okay, that way you can, if one of the videos, maybe the messages won't resonate as well this month, the others might, or by using all 3 together, you'll have a more complete, overview of what will be coming up for you during the month. So I think that's it for now as far as messages go, right? So I will see each of the signs. I'll see you all in 1 second for your reading. Bye for now. Hi Aquarius, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your April 2018 reading. I apologize for being late on these April readings. The beginning of the month has been a little more hectic than I had kind of expected. So I am a few days late getting these out. Hopefully I'll be back on track by this weekend. And, the mid-monthlies will be coming out on time. So again, apologies for that. All right, so let's get into our reading. As you can see, I've already shuffled off camera and have laid the spread already. Another quick note, I did change one of the decks that I said that I would be using in the reading and the introduction. I decided to go with the Power of Love Oracle card deck as instead of the other one. So we'll get to that towards the end. First of all, let me say that you have, let me see, 1 out of the 10 card spread plus the additional card that was at the bottom of the deck for the overall energy for the month. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcanas. So significant amount of major arcanas, very strong messages, divinely guided messages, powerful messages coming through. And, if I had to pick a key word for the month, it would be, endings and beginnings. But it looks like, very positive new beginnings here. So let's get started. At the center of your reading, you have Major Arcana number 21, the World card. Okay, and the World card is crossed by the 3 of Cups. So beginning with the World card, it's the last of the major arcanas, right? And we really think of it as sort of the culmination of the Fool's journey. The Fool begins as the 0 card and then makes, his way through all of the major arcanas, learning, the spiritual lessons that he needs to learn until he reaches the World card. And so it's the culmination of his journey. It's a a very sort of long journey. So this, we usually think of it as, the ending to a significant chapter in your life. This can be, a very long cycle in your life, but an ending, and what comes after the World card is the Zero card. So it's the new beginnings that would come in with the, the Fool after the World card. So for some of you, there could be, the completion of a significant cycle or chapter in your life. There could be a new beginning, definitely on the horizon for some of you. But it's being crossed by, so either helped or hindered by the Three of Cups, which is a card of celebration. So whatever this ending is, and the new beginning, that begins following the World card, there's celebration surrounding it. The Three of Cups, Cups energy has to do with our feelings, has to do with our emotions, also intuition, psychic abilities, but also our relationships. And it really is, the Three of Cups is about celebrating. This could be as simple as, just getting together with friends, going out, celebrating, just having, a nice time together. Or it could be a more significant celebration. This could be celebrating a milestone in a relationship. This can be celebrating, or, celebration in the form of an engagement or a wedding. This could be celebrating the news of a pregnancy, celebrating the news of a birth. So it's a good fortune card. There's a card of accomplishment as well, of great happiness, great great love, sharing in that love and happiness with friends, with relatives, and that having this sort of crossing the World card. Obviously, if this is to do with, for example, like an engagement, then that would make sense, because, you've completed one cycle, and what comes next is this new beginning, this new journey, leaving your life as, a single person and heading into this life of two people together, of either moving in together or getting married, that type of thing. If it has to do with news of a pregnancy or, news of a birth, obviously that would be the ending of one cycle and the beginning of a completely new cycle as a mother, as a father, So it's a significant chapter, but it is a very, it's a positive, celebratory sort of feeling surrounding this ending and beginning. At the foundation, you have the Two of Wands. Wands is fire energy, and we usually associate it with sort of the day-to-day matters, that we deal with on a daily basis, such as the work that we do, things that we do around the home, the chores that we have to take care of around the home. It can have to do with creative projects, creativity, our own drive and determination and ambition, and passion for, doing the work that we do, or for completing the projects that we have to complete. But the two, it's a card of decisions, this Two of Wands, and it's sort of deciding upon, which path is going to be the best one for you, needing to, being possibly in two minds about something, so needing to make a decision on something. But it's also a card of you really being in control of this decision. It's sort of you standing there staring down, these two paths, and you're the one who says, you know what, I'm going to go down this one, and sort of going after whatever that is. So it's you sort of having the authority and the power, taking matters into your own hands with this card. And it also has to do with sometimes with taking risk, being that risk taker, not being afraid to go down, or to follow one particular path, or to go, if it's a creative project or a new job possibly, or a new, something to do, something new coming in. It's going after it and not being afraid to, so to take that risk. So going out, making a choice, and then, deciding on, what is it, or which of the paths is it that you would like to really invest your time and your energy in. But it's very much about you making that decision, And then in the past, we have the Star. This is number 17 of the Major Arcana. And the Star card is a very beautiful card. It's a card of healing. So for some of you, that could have been something to do with healing in the past. You might have needed to have healed from something. This could be an actual, maybe healing from a surgery or healing from an injury. Could be healing from emotionally, or healing if you got out of a relationship, healing from the hurt of that relationship. And it's all about having faith, and keeping a positive outlook, focusing on the positive, not focusing on the negative, trusting in the cycles, right? There are cycles that we have to go through. You're not always on the upswing. And it's interesting because you also have the Wheel of Fortune is the outbound card, which is all about, these cycles. And sometimes, yes, you are caught on a downward cycle, and it's kind of up to us to, to look at that and say, okay, I understand that, these cycles are necessary and they're not going to last forever. And, things will turn around, and trying to maintain a positive outlook and attitude, and focus on, the positive, and understand that, things don't always stay the same. They will change. So it's maintaining that positive attitude while dealing with, a difficult situation or time, healing emotionally, again, physically, emotionally from something. And what you have crowning you is this Ace of Pentacles, which is new. Aces are brand new things. So again, this, this message of new things coming in. Pentacles is earth energy. It deals with, and we have four Pentacles cards here. Let me just see. You had 5 major arcanas, 4 Pentacles, 1 Wands, 1 Cups. So we're just missing the Suit of Swords appearing in the reading, but sort of heavily weighted towards, the major arcana, which is divinely, guided sort of events happening, things really being out of your hands. There's a lot of divine intervention at play here. And then weighted also towards Pentacles, which deals with the earthly matters, right? So Pentacles has to do with the things here in the material realm that we can touch and feel. Like it's the work that we do, it's the material possessions that we are able to purchase with the money that we earn. It's our home, our family, the things we can touch, the tangible things here in the material realm. And aces are new beginnings. These are beautiful, divine, new beginnings, blessed beginnings. Aces are also yes cards. They're very positive cards. So this could be either a new way to make money. It could be a new job offer. It could be, if this is a new, business endeavor or new creative endeavor, new financial, way to make or have financial prosperity. It's something brand new, but it's divinely guided. This is blessed. It's a big fat yes card sitting here. And, I know I showed it to you in the beginning, but the overall energy is the Sun card, the overall energy of the entire month, which is, the biggest big fat yes card that you could possibly have. This is beautiful, beautiful energy. So, whatever this new thing is, and I said we have endings, beginnings, new things starting. It's divinely blessed. It's divinely guided. So whatever choice, if you're making a decision, if it has to do with leaving a job for some of you, then, there's definitely a reason to celebrate. It's going to be a new, beautiful beginning, a new way for you to make money that's going to bring you, really increased, not just increased sort of financial prosperity, but also, it's sort of meant to happen. You're meant to close this chapter, leave that one thing in the past and move on. And again, coming up in the near future, we have the Death card. The Death card is all about endings and beginnings. It's closing one chapter, beginning a new chapter. Again, a significant ending here. And there has to be, we have to close the door on one chapter or on one thing in order to move on. You cannot, you really cannot begin fully this new path that you're on, or this new job, or whatever the new thing is, without first, closing the door on the past, closing the door and leaving, this in the past. So the Death card really does speak of that. So needing to end something to give way to change, to give way to, something new. And this card, I mean, it can obviously relate to many different things. I mean, if you're thinking of a relationship, this can mean, it's the ending of a relationship to give way to, something new. This could be the ending of a way of thinking, or this could be ending a habit. If you've been trying to give up something for quite a while, this could be you ending that, but it's definitely, it's change, renewal, right? New things happening for you. Now, the card, or you appear as the Two of Pentacles, which is a card that generally, again, more Pentacles energy, but it has to do with balance, right? And you see the woman here, she's wearing, not just is she juggling the two coins, but she's doing so while, on point. She has point shoes on, so on her tippy toes and balancing the coins, which is not an easy thing to do, right? But she's kind of going with the flow. She's adapting. She's being open to what she's sort of being asked to do here, and she's doing it, with grace. So sometimes this card appears when you have been balancing or juggling, many different things in your life. This could actually have to do with, juggling your money, your finances, right? If things have been a little difficult in the past, this could have been you, literally not paying one of your bills in order to pay another that's, maybe you're farther behind in paying it, or, maybe that particular bill is slightly more important. So it's, taking money from one thing to cover something else. Sometimes this appears when, like different areas of your life are out of balance. So needing to have more balance between your home life, your work life, finding time to exercise, finding time to spend time with your family, and not just work. So, it can be many different things here, but it's a card that speaks of balance and needing to get things in balance. And then around you, or in your environment, how other people are viewing you, you have the Seven of Pentacles, which is a card of, it can signify reaching a milestone. And it's a card that, yes, you're feeling quite happy, with what you have been able to achieve and attain. You see that the woman here, she's resting, she's taking time out, she has a basket of fruit, she has 7 coins, she's been working hard, she's feeling quite happy with herself, quite proud with what she's been able to, to do and to build up here. But she's also, pausing and kind of thinking, all right, and now what? And what's next? So others could be viewing you as sort of figuring out what the next steps are, right? There could be this going on within your environment, trying to figure out next steps, right? How to get out of this juggling or balancing, and how to move on, how to achieve and attain greater financial stability. And what your hopes and fears card is the Nine of Pentacles. So again, you're hoping for this progression from the Seven of Pentacles to the 9. You're hoping to be able to, continue on the path that you're on, but also increase your wealth. I mean, this 9 of Pentacles is often referred to as, the self-sufficiency card. Like, look how beautiful she looks here, and she has all of the coins around her. She has 9 coins. She has the beautiful tiger. She's in this lush garden. The trees have fruit on it. There's this beautiful peacock next to her. So she has really sort of created the life that she's always envisioned for herself. So, this is in your hopes. And so you're hoping to move from the 7 to the 9. You're hoping to be able to, create that life that you always wanted for yourself, and have that financial stability and security, and be able to provide for yourself. That's definitely, here in your hopes. And what you have is the outbound energy is another change card, the Wheel of Fortune, right? One cycle ending, another beginning. So if you have been on the downswing, now it's time, you're on the upswing. Things are starting to pick up for you. Things are looking up. Things are changing, endings and beginnings again, right? So one particular chapter in your life, and that's just sort of, it's repeated. We have the World, we have the Death, we have the Wheel of Fortune, many different or 3 different ways of kind of looking at this endings and beginnings going on during the month, right? But as you leave the month of April heading into May, new things on the horizon with this Wheel of Fortune card, right? So for some of you, it could be a new job offer, kind of bringing about this change, this change of destiny, or in things going on in your life. So it's also a very karmic card, so if things, if you've gone through a difficult cycle, there was a reason for that, and now things are turning around for you. You're heading in the right direction. Things are looking more positive. Things are definitely moving. Can be an actual change in direction. So there could be, for some of you, there could be possibly a new job offer coming in from, a different place. Maybe it's located somewhere where you're not currently living, or there could be a change in direction in the sense that, you're looking. We have the Two of Wands over here. You're sort of looking at 2 different paths, and then, maybe you were thinking of going down one, but now you're kind of changing direction, heading down a completely different one, but one that's going to, bring in a great deal of happiness for you, right? You have the overall energy of the sun, and the sun is beautiful. The sun speaks of, it's a big yes. So if there's anything that you've been waiting for an answer on, right, the sun comes in to just, shine its beautiful light, to shine, to enlighten you, right? If you've been waiting for, or trying to figure out something, waiting for an answer, the card comes in to really shine its light, to enlighten, to provide you with that clarity, that you need. It's also a card of happiness. It's a card of, it's probably the most positive card in the entire tarot deck. So it's all about, just wonderful things happening. Whatever this new, whatever the decision is, if this is a new job offer, whatever this new beginning, and obviously, like I always say, it can play out in many different ways. There are many people watching. Could be in the area of relationships. It could be, to do with, again, engagements or getting married, taking things, celebrations, taking things to the next level. Could be for others, new, pregnancy or a birth, celebrating that, and that would be a completely, new thing. And we also have on the on the sun card, we do have the mother with the child here, and we have the star and the sun. I mean, this is very, you have so many positive cards, so many change cards. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a very good month. It looks like it's going to be a very significant month for many of you. Let me read you for the oracle cards. I like to read the full meaning for each card. So we have from the Ask Your Guides deck, from the Power of Love deck first, we have ownership. And that card says, let me just find it. There we go, found it. It says, you have reached a pivotal place in your spiritual journey. You are able to take full responsibility for all your actions, thoughts, and words in this and other lifetimes. You may now step back and view your experiences objectively, realizing that you are an evolving spiritual being. Each day has brought with it a new insight into yourself and the world around you. You don't look back on particular situations as failures. Instead, you view them as valuable feedback, providing information you need in order to learn, understand, and grow. You take ownership of your choices, aware that as a responsible being, you cannot blame your behavior on another. Everything you experience is a reflection of what is within you, recognizing that what you say can either enlighten or depress. You now speak with a purpose. You choose positive and empowering words, thoughts, and deeds, the cornerstone of a healthy and soulful existence. Which kind of goes back to, what we were saying here with the star card and keeping a positive, or looking at things from a more positive point of view instead of focusing on the negative. So interesting. That does tie in with the star card. Now, the other card from the from the Ask Your Guides deck is the Guardian Angels card. And this card says, this is card number 27. It says, your guardian angels are present, alerting you to the fact that all isn't as it appears. Something is off and you may be in danger. Pay attention to what's going on around you as well as what's going on within you. You'll soon notice that bad vibes are in the air. They signal that someone is potentially able to exploit or manipulate you in some way. So be on the alert and trust your vibes if things don't feel right. It's hard to believe, you say, that can't be. But your guardian angels remind you that deceit is subtle and difficult to see. Sometimes it's a deliberate attempt to injure, but more often it's an act of self-protection at your expense. It may show up in your co-worker's failure to inform you that the project deadline has changed, or even your own neglect to tell your mate that you've overspent this month and can't pay the bills. Deceit and manipulation need not be maliciously intended to occur or to be damaging. Often it's just the result of thoughtlessness or fear. Your guardian angels urge you to trust your vibes completely when it comes to your suspicions. Also, equally scrutinize your own deceptions. Either case leads to dead ends and disappointing outcomes. Ask your guardian angels to protect you from the deceit of others and your own temptation to deceive. Have the courage and integrity to be honest. Your guardian angel's message. We will watch over you. So, relating this to, I know it's sort of, when the card first came out, I felt as though, it didn't kind of fit in with the rest of your reading, because the rest of the cards are just, they're so strong and so positive, but maybe, pay attention to, you do have so many new beginnings here. I would just, take this card as more of a cautionary card. Not that anything, there's nothing terrible going on right now, but just, keep it in mind, to pay attention if when you're choosing a new path, if this is you deciding whether or not to take a new job, if there's a new job offer, or if this is about moving in, or if this is about taking the relationship to the next level, whatever it might be, do pay attention to what it says, your vibes, your intuition about that, listen to that and just know that, you do have your guardian angels around you. There are, your guides, your whatever you choose to call them, your guides, your spirit sort of watching over you. Listen to that, and it's just sort of nudging you to pay attention, nudging you to, okay, be careful. This person might be doing that, or it's more as a cautionary message, I believe, with this card coming in, because again, the rest of the cards are just so positive, and so many great opportunities coming up for you this month, and just you heading out of the month of April and into the month of May with new things, and things, karma turning the wheel of fortune in your favor. So I do hope that the messages have helped you in some way, Aquarius. I do appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. I look forward to reading for you again next month, and just know that I'm sending you all much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month of April. Bye for now.